Well, a plant that gets you high. Cannabis has long been stigmatized as such, but it really doesn't have to be. Just ask the people who've taken it for medicinal purposes, like in the case of insomnia, anxiety, and depression. And as others have found out, it doesn't have to be smoked. Apart from edibles, gummies, and foods, there are now cannabis-infused beverages. Meantime, transdermal cannabis patches are still being investigated in clinical trials. A mouthful from a woman who uses cannabis as treatment for painful nerve damage after learning she's allergic to prescription medicine. Canadian cannabis expert Anno Solomon also assisted the Davis administration with drafting legislation for cannabis.
Dosage is really important. This is one thing, is if the product is being made properly with proper formulation and the chemistry, you're going to have proper dosages. And that's a big thing, is when people are just making products and they're not using any type of regulation or a standardization, this is when it becomes, you hear the stories about, oh, someone gave me a brownie and I was so sick on the floor.
Right.
And again, so that's the lack of education, lack of awareness, and improper dosing. So back home, I offer like community seminars, workshops, school awareness, things like that, so that way we can help educate people who normally wouldn't think to use cannabis. Senior citizens come to me all the time and they're like, how do I use cannabis?
The Cannabis Authority, tasked with developing policies, procedures, and guidelines to establish and regulate cannabis for medicinal, scientific, and religious use here in the Bahamas, has been allocated $400,000 in the 2025-2026 budget.
You bring a cannabis industry to a new country, obviously there's going to be lots of jobs. That's great. That's a given. We're always going to have the jobs, but why not reach out to the universities? Why not start teaching proper university programs on the beginnings, from cultivation to quality assurance to business to the import to the export, from start to finish? If somebody's interested in being in this industry, offer accredited university programs that will teach them everything they want, with world-class experts coming in to teach your people. Keep that knowledge within your country as well.